into it.
Are we? Okay, we are.
Well,
Oh, wait, yeah, we're recording. We're recording, yes. Okay. Hey, Maddie.
Hi, Nick.
I feel like I'm way closer to the microphone than you. Welcome to What the Fuck is Happening, the podcast.
Well, I can move mine a little closer.
Okay, wow, okay.
Make you feel better.
Nice. Equality.
Equality.
I'm a champion for equality.
Equality.
It's equality.
I don't know what the American accent is right now. So it's equality.
It's equality.
Maybe that's
definitely the Ariana
Canadian.
Grande accident. Can we write a fan fiction called the Ariana Grande accident?
Okay, but as long as Ariana Grande is not the main character, I'm okay with that.
No, it's like Godzilla, but Ariana Grande is Godzilla.
Interesting concept.
Did you know there's people who get off on giant porn?
What does that mean? Do you mean
Like,
Godzilla porn, or do you mean like gigantic people?
Like gigantic women. Like there's people who like Photoshop naked porn women like the size of buildings. And that's what they get off to. I don't know what the term is.
What is the man ant-sized in comparison to the woman?
Yeah.
Does he climb up her vagina?
I don't know.
Okay, well, you can't just dump this on me and not expect me to want follow-up information.
I mean, I can, and I did. So
we're going to have to do research tonight.
I don't know what that entails, but I'm scared.
Obviously, it entails watching gigantic porn.
Gigantic porn.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not against it.
Good.
It's like that episode of American Gods.
Haven't seen it. I was just about to say, though, we can finish our episode, we can finish Bullying Empire, because I've literally, for weeks since we watched the episode last, been like, so what's going to happen next episode? Because remember it ended on a cliffhanger. When the random people, because you know how they'd literally gone to fucking find her parents, and then
this is a reality show, by the way, and it's very dramatic.
It's really dramatic, and also kind of got really fucked up in the last episode. Anyway, and so I need to know, because remember it ended with the person calling and being like, are you looking for blah blah blah?
That's right.
Yeah, and I need to know how that ends. Anyway, and after we know how that ends, then we'll watch gigantic people porn.
Okay.
Got a plan for tonight.
Sounds delightful. Not at all terrifying.
You brought it up. It's not my fault.
The elephant in the room this week is that Maddie might have a giant porn addiction.
Well, we don't know yet, do we?
I mean, could be developing.
It could be developing, yeah. As soon as I see it, we'll
Much
know.
like that movie where Robin Williams is a creepy pervert and develops those photos. It's developing. Because he's developing photos. It's funny when I explain in the joke, right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
And I also feel like you didn't need to specifically say, like, Robin Williams in a pervert movie. I feel like you could have just said developing like a photo or something, and I would have been like, lol.
Yeah, but I needed
Instead,
the pop culture
I
reference.
didn't understand the reference, which prompted you to explain it, and now here we are.
Wow. I feel I did the right thing, and it's bold of you to attack me in such a brutal way. And that's that on that. Anyway, this is episode 30?
30!
Episode
That's
30.
Sexy of us.
30. I get a little wild. I'm going to
What are you going to do for your 30th birthday, Nick? Just to really throw that out there.
Like in 7 years?
In 7 years, yeah.
I'm going to dress up like a 30-year-old white woman and have a white woman party.
What does a 30-year-old white woman look like?
A white woman who's 30 years of age.
Well, mine will be first.
Yes.
8 months before yours, so you can just model it off mine.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking like, you know how the traditional like Australian dirty 30 party?
No, I don't.
Oh. It's like there's the white women and they're like, we're gonna get wild, we're gonna be crazy, it's last chance before you're old.
I mean, I'm not really sure that that's exclusive to Australia, but yes, I do know that.
I feel attacked. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Very cliche.
Yeah, okay.
Woo girl party.
That sounds really sexy. Hey, can we also like combine it with a classic cliche bridesmaids party? So you can be the bride-to-be. You can have a crown of dicks. Yeah.
A crown of dicks?
Yeah. I don't know. They do that or something.
I
Dick straws, all that type. I mean, I've never been to a hen's party.
The dick straws is true, obviously.
Obviously. Anyway, so we're going to combine the two. That's going to be your 30th birthday. It's going to be a dirty 30 hen's party.
There you go. I'm terrified.
There'll be strippers everywhere, of course.
As long as there's like a zebra like Christine Quinn did in Selling Sunset.
Obviously, there
Didn't she have like a flamingo at one and a zebra at the other?
Perfect.
Or a lion or something?
Probably.
It was one of those.
Yeah, it was something really weird. Maybe a zebra.
Gotta love it.
Because it wasn't like a giraffe, and I don't think it was a dangerous animal.
Wasn't a giraffe. I'd remember that.
Exactly. Also, it wouldn't fit inside.
Well,
So,
that's
gotta
what
be
you
logical about these things, Nick.
said. Gotta be logical about our reality TV.
Exactly.
Hyper knowledge. Cute. Well, how are you, actually? Did I ask that?
I don't remember, but I don't know if I answered. So good.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
How are you?
Also fine.
Wow.
I said also fine like you said you were fine, but you actually said you were good. Anyway.
I think we say that every week.
This is true.
Maybe when we ask that question, what the question actually is, exclusively for the pod, is we have to say the worst thing that happened to us this week.
Okay, but like, we've only got 90 minutes.
It's got to be the number one word. The thing that made you cry yourself to sleep.
Okay, fine. Well, you want to get real? You want to do ask how are you and then actually answer properly and not give the polite fine answer?
Exactly, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, fine.
With the Dirty 30
Ask me.
episode. Nick, how are you really?
I am okay. I'm spiraling a bit.
Wow.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And that caused me to have a meltdown halfway through the week.
Oh, God. What
Couldn't sleep. Got 3 hours of sleep. Went to sleep at 4:30. Woke up at like 8. That was the worst part of my week, was
that's pretty bad.
having yet another meltdown to the tune of Yet Another Dig by Bob the Drag Queen. Yet another dig, yet another dig.
I mean, that's pretty bad. I will say that.
Love a meltdown. I think that was probably the worst thing.
When was that?
Like Wednesday.
Oh.
I don't know. I also have these random cuts on my hands and I don't know how they got there.
You doing weird things in your sleep?
Well, the demon again.
Another demon.
Like in The Conjuring, you know?
No, I haven't seen that in too long. Oh, God.
No, we talked about it ages ago. It was, remember, the weakest person in the house will like wake up with like scratches and bruises?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I have random cuts on my hands. And because of, like, obviously I'm a OCD, crazy anal person, I'm constantly using hand sanitizer and stuff.
Oof,
and it hurts.
burns.
So that's also...
That's actually...
You know what that is? That's, not to be dark, that's like self-mutilation. Right?
I don't know if it counts if you're not purposefully doing it.
If you're like rubbing salt in a wound.
Well, I don't know if it's self-mutilation. I feel... Okay, this is an interesting topic of discussion because does self-mutilation, like, are you doing it... Are you trying to make yourself look better? Or are you doing it because you're, like, angry at yourself? Like a self-harm type of situation.
What do you mean look better?
Like, you know... I don't know, like some people, like, do you class, like, a nose job as mutilation?
Oh, no.
Or something along those lines.
No, I do not.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, if you do it to yourself, probably.
I mean, yeah, if you try to give yourself a nose job, I don't think you'd
succeed. True. Okay. Cool. I'm glad we really got to the bottom of that one.
Yeah, I don't know what we've just talked about, but yes.
I do, and that's what matters.
That is what matters. Anyway, how are you?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say I'm good. Okay, the worst part of my week was... Okay, so we had, like, for work, we were, on Friday, we had to do, like, a presentation of all of the findings that we'd found.
Right. The findings that you found.
Yeah, over the past few weeks. And on Thursday night, I went to give over my, like, what I'd written. And my boss... had a complete meltdown and was like, it's not good enough, blah 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 blah, this whole thing. And so we had to stay up until midnight that night and like come up with like an actual presentation, if that makes sense.
Whack.
So that was pretty bad.
That is pretty bad.
I mean, that's a really dramatic retelling of what happened, but you know, that's basically the gist of it.
There's a lot of layers.
There's a lot of layers there, yeah.
There is a lot of layers.
There is.
To what would make you feel bad about that.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, she was like, she tried to be nice, but also she was extremely overwhelmed by her own, because she had also had to meet a really massive deadline that day herself. So it's like there was a whole thing going on, and I totally understand. And anyway, but it was a lot to handle.
I mean, this is new for you, isn't it?
What?
This job.
Yes, it is extremely new, and I don't know what I'm doing. And
so you're learning.
She was like, this is my fault because I should have like, you don't know what you're doing. I was like, no, I don't. She was like, why wouldn't you have said something? I was like, bro, I've said something like 5 times. And she was like, I don't think you have. And I was like, yeah, I have. She was like, oh, like, yeah. So it's like a whole thing.
Yeah. Whack. Did you just hear my tummy rumble?
No, I didn't.
Anyway, I fully expected you to say that the worst part of your week was not seeing me for 2 weeks, but...
Well, you didn't say that.
That's true.
But that was pretty bad. It was sad that we didn't get to see each other for almost 3 weeks, really.
Yeah, true. Tea.
Whack.
Whack, tea,
Wig.
whack. Yeah. But, like, COVID's chill now.
COVID is chill now.
Actually, in fact, we've just opened up the trans-Tasman bubble.
To us as well.
I think so.
Queensland.
I'm pretty sure.
Interesting. But yeah,
Which
that
is
is a thing.
Australia to New Zealand, for those unaware. Can now travel freely without quarantine.
I don't think I would. I'm not going to lie.
I still don't trust planes.
That's really fair. Mine's not that. Mine is more I'd be way too scared I'd get into one country and there'd be a lockdown and then I couldn't go back to this country, or I'd buy my tickets to go to New Zealand and they'd be like, well, no, you can't go, and then I'd lose $3,000. So it's just like I'll wait. I'm fine.
Tea.
You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But, like, if you got stuck in New Zealand, that'd be pretty nice.
It's really expensive, though, so I don't know if it would. Like, yes, but no.
Like, yes, but no.
When it first happened, I remember reading this article about these people who, Australian, when COVID first happened, I mean, like, in March last year, Australian on their honeymoon in, like, Mauritius or something, private island, or not, like, they were in a hotel, but that, like, an island in the middle of this ocean, so you had to get a plane from the island to a bigger island, then back to the mainland and whatever. Anyway, and because they were Australian, and you know, we just like completely shut our borders even to our own citizens, so everyone else, all the other people on the island got like emergency flights out by their country, whereas they didn't, because again, Australian, we just shut our borders. And they were on the island, I think, for like 2 or 3 weeks. I think they did eventually get flown out, and they were like, we were here for our honeymoon, so we splurged for like the 1 week we thought we were going to be here, and they're like, now we've got like 5 weeks worth of trying to figure money out that we have to pay, and they're like,
it's a private island, it's like, there's not really anywhere cheap you can go stay.
No, it's like, this is the only hotel on the island. They're spending like $3,000 a night to be there. All of the staff had to stay as well. Like, all of the staff weren't allowed to go home because they were the only ones left on the island. Like, only residents, I think I said that already, the only customers.
Jeez.
So all of the staff had to stay there. So obviously, like, it's not like the hotel could be like, yeah, we'll just waive your majority of your fees or whatever, like they're paying. Yeah, anyway.
I mean, they probably could have.
They probably could have, but also...
They could have been like, let's come to an agreement. We won't give you the 5-star treatment.
Yeah.
And we'll only have to make you pay like a fifth of what you meant to.
I mean, I really... who knows, that might have ended up happening. The article was definitely trying to be dramatic about it.
You mean Australian news in general?
Exactly.
Hyperbole for the sales.
Mood.
Tea, sis. Yeah. Did you see that one article about Prince Philip?
The one that just died?
Is it Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah. His funeral, there was a fucking UK tabloid that was like, Harry to leave immediately after funeral, and like this super dramatic, making him seem like a month away. Yeah. And it's like, there's a pandemic and he has to go back to his pregnant wife who was unable to fly because she's almost giving birth and she's already had miscarriages. Like, yeah,
for sure. Well, again, they tried to be like,
Meghan not attending the funeral. Meghan not attending.
Yeah. It's like, well, there's a reason. You don't just like say that.
I just do not understand.
It's fucking crazy.
And like, when you think about how much of the British population believe that shit,
I know.
Like, I thought America was the stupidest country, but
I mean, Britain voted in Boris Johnson even after they'd seen how badly it had gone with Trump. Arguably, we voted in that fucker. I don't even remember his name. Scott Mo.
Scott Mo.
Scott Morrison.
No, Scott Mo, no problem.
That's funny.
It's the tea. Look, no, Scott Mo fucking... There's a chance most of us won't be vaccinated by the next election.
Yeah, oof.
So I don't think that'll go well for him.
It's really true. Also, I did see, though, this week, he was like, maybe I should let the states try and figure out how they're going to vaccinate their own population. I'm like, oh, I guess, but I'm pretty sure that's your job.
Yeah, literally his job. And now, okay, just for the international listeners, literally we don't have a timeline anymore.
No, we do
He's just
not.
said, look, I don't know what's happening.
It's
He's
true.
like, I got my Pfizer months ago, I'm good.
Yeah, literally. Oh my god. And he also, I think in the last week or two, has been like, yeah, don't expect international travel until 2024. It's like, pretty
because
sure
of this fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. It was supposed to open up next year again, but...
And it's kind of wild. You look at America, they had a transition of power in between all this vaccine stuff.
I know.
And they're still over 50% of American adults have been vaccinated.
That's pretty crazy.
As of yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. We have, like, 2 people done.
One of which is ScoMo.
One of which is ScoMo. Yeah. Literally barely anyone.
Literally hardly even doing the frontline staff. It's fucking
They've
crazy.
barely done frontline stuff. They haven't done most,
It's crazy.
what are they called? Elderly homes?
Old people homes.
Old people homes. Yeah, is that insensitive? I don't know. Geriatric fun houses. Yeah, our vaccine rollout plan is shit. We have no vaccines. Canada was actually quite similar to us.
Oh, really?
And you know what Trudeau did?
What?
He got more vaccines.
And then it's fine now?
He's getting like 2 million this month, 2 million next month, and 2 million. And no, 4 million, 4 million, 2 million.
Interesting.
Like 9 million extra ones. And then they're getting them straight away.
That's crazy. I'm pretty sure ScoMo instead has been like, I don't think anyone should take the AstraZeneca. So instead of being like, let's get more, he's like, let's do less.
Literally, it's now AstraZeneca for over 50.
Interesting.
Only.
Wow. I thought it was in over 50s that the biggest
The blood
risk was
clots
in.
have been happening 1 in 70,000 to people under 50.
Interesting.
Which, like, the AstraZeneca one was, like, the lowest effectiveness rate anyway.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
However, ScoMo seems to have bought all of the not as effective vaccines anyway.
Yeah, I thought he had heaps of AstraZeneca ones.
We did. That was, I think, a main source.
Yeah.
We don't... Yeah, anyway, there's another one coming through that's meant to be pretty good as well, but...
Interesting. Well...
I'm just very over this.
It's true. The only positive is that I mean, these, like, intermittent lockdowns do definitely suck. It's obviously preferable for us to be vaccinated, but I'd rather... Like, at least we're not in the American situation where they're fucking, like, every second person's got COVID.
That's true. I mean, in India, they're still getting 200,000 new cases a day.
Yeah. That's
How scary
crazy.
is that? I feel privileged to be over it, you know?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But, like, it's just such a bad look for Australia, I think.
Yeah, well, it's funny because we were praised so early on for handling it and keeping it suppressed. But I also remember, right, when America first started to vaccinate, our, like, health people were like, look, it's actually really not a pressing issue for us because COVID's, like, fine here. We don't need to be immediately rolling out like America does.
Yeah.
And they were saying that in the context of being like, we're happy to wait for, like, new developments with vaccines and stuff. But,
yeah, well, we did, really, though.
Yeah, I guess
they started in
that's true.
December. We didn't start till March.
I think they were saying that in the context of waiting
Months,
potentially years. Because, you know, everyone was freaking out about how quickly they developed the vaccine and stuff. And we were like, well, if everyone's freaked out by that, then we can just wait. It's not that big a deal. And
literally stab me. I don't care. Just give me one.
Yeah, fair.
Mostly, and, like, the thing is, now that the blood clot stuff has happened with the AstraZeneca one, that's the one that's most widely available to people over 50, and no one wants it.
Yeah.
Because of these blood clots, which I guess is kind of fair, but I also wish it didn't happen purely for the anti-vax people. To have, like,
yeah.
aha, I told you so.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you've seen all the discourse online where people are like, yeah, look, 1 in 70,000, I guess it's not great, but it's actually way better odds than a lot of widely available stuff.
Yeah.
E.g. the pill, obviously, is the main discourse. That's
I've
like
seen
1 in
that,
1,000 or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this always brings up, like, an interesting thing for me about, like, the role media plays in how we actually get our information. Because it's like, yeah, probably people do need to know it's 1 in 70,000, except you focus so much on that you've forgotten that that's actually quite an insignificant
Literally was thinking about this the other day.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, even, like, the news channels in Australia that are usually quite, they try not to overhype or whatever, or, like, sensationalize stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the ABC. I'm
Yes,
talking about the
yeah,
ABC.
yeah.
They're usually pretty good with this stuff, but recently with this AstraZeneca stuff, it's just fear-mongering.
Yeah, it is. It is. Again, it's like, it's the same type of stuff as in, like, Megan is staying is not going to the funeral. It's like you're putting a specific light on things because it sells, not because it's the truth.
Keep
and
people
it's
watching.
Like, what responsibility do the media have in actually telling the truth? You know? And, like, taking responsibility for lies, I guess. I don't know. That's got really deep, but that's always, like, something that I think about when these things get blown out of proportion.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
So...
Fucking wild.
Fucking wild. It's true.
Whack.
Whack.
Wickety whack whack.
Wickety whack whack.
Anyway. Should we probably touch on some...
Yeah, what happened this week?
I feel like not a huge amount, TBH.
Meredith asks if we want pizza.
I know, I just saw that. I'm messaging him back. You said no, right? You said no, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
No pizza.
Okay. Okay.
What, do you want pizza?
No, I'm fine with whatever.
Okay, cool.
I don't feel like anything. Sorry for having to listen to us decide about dinner.
Excuse me, that's what everyone comes to the podcast here. The worst part about our weeks and what we're having for dinner.
Of course, uplifting content.
Exactly.
Speaking about the news stuff, did you see during the week? Do you know the Australian TV show / group, the Chaser?
Yes, I fucking love that show.
Yes. Okay. Did you see what they did this week?
No.
Okay. You know how specifically the right media, like Murdoch and shit,
Yeah.
they are very, oh my god, if we don't stop cancel culture now, we're gonna get cancelled for, like, looking the wrong way. Like, they're so dramatic about this cancelling shit and all that. And a few weeks ago, there was a petition started. I use that loosely. It was started not by the LGBTQ plus community.
Right.
It was like, change the name of Golden Gay Times. And every LGBTQ person I follow on Twitter from Australia was like, we don't want that. We think it's dope that it's called Golden Gay Times. Like, there's nothing offensive about it.
No.
It was this
and
very
I also
small...
feel like gay also means happy.
Yeah.
It's like, that makes
it was
sense
like a very
in the
small
context
of
an ice cream.
the white, over crazy, what do you call it? Like cancel culture teens, whatever.
Oh, yeah, those young people
who cancel everyone with not thinking about anything.
Yeah.
If it's like
spend
something,
too much time on their phone and have never been outside literally ever.
Literally, and they're white and privileged and think that they can just do whatever. Those people started the petition, and it, like, no one signed it because no one wanted it. And the queer community was like, we don't claim this. The right news.
Oh God.
Like a lot of Channel 9 stuff, the Murdoch stuff and all that, they all were reporting crazily about it, how our generation's ruining Australian culture, that kind of thing. And the Chaser put out a fake petition this week trying to change the name of Fairy Bread. I don't know if it's everywhere, but here in Australia, fairy technically could be occasionally used as a slur. But not for our generation. This is like back in our parents, like the boomers. And they put out a fake petition called Fairy to change the name of Fairy Bread, and it was the most obviously fake thing.
Oh no.
The description was ridiculous. The person who posted it, they just used a stock photo and made their name like Susan Couch or something.
Oh my God.
And gave her like this wild list of jobs. I think I took a photo of it, but it made me cackle. And it was, again, to see like if the right news would fall for it. They fell for it within an hour.
No, stop.
Within an hour, there was all of these articles saying how we're destroying culture and how stop messing with Australian tradition and
that's hilarious.
Absolutely ridiculous stuff like that. Alexis Chase, Melbourne, Australia. About me. Well, let me tell you, I'm a university-educated, self-made activist, gym trainer, homeopath with a background in chiropractic. Despite what people say, I was not fired, but left for better dreams. And word limit.
Iconic.
And they fell for that. Petition to change name of Fairy Bread gains 1,000 signatures. Like,
stop.
It's just stupid. It's stupid.
Stop.
And that made me giggle.
That's hilarious.
Then, like, yeah.
Love
once these
pulling
articles
a
all went
prank.
up, the Chase was like, yeah, that was us. We'll see. Watch our show.
Iconic. And what's the bet that the news articles wouldn't like
Did not change it?
Yeah, they just like kept that, and then were like, we are not admitting to our shame.
Literally,
for sure.
And news.com.au, fuck you. I actually have more than I thought I had.
Wild. Oh my god, we better get through all them.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, oh god. Oh, do you want to know what the real worst thing that happened to me was?
Oh no.
No, it's very dramatic of me. We've been watching the Scream movies.
Right.
And we got through 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, number 4. I love number 4. It was the 10th anniversary of the 4th one the other day. Mm-hmm. Dank. And I went to see if it was on any streaming services. So I typed it into the Apple TV app. It doesn't exist.
Fuck, I hate when that happens.
But, like, this is the biggest movie I've ever seen it happen to, where it's just been erased from Australian services. It's not on any streaming services. You can't rent it on iTunes. You can't rent it on Google Play or anything.
That's
Amazon,
weird.
Nothing. All the DVDs were discontinued.
What the fuck?
You can't buy it in JB Hi-Fi or anything. Right?
Did you look into this, I hope?
I looked into it. I went all through Twitter. I went all through Google. Nothing about it. I don't know why it's been erased from...
Oh, well, there's no conclusion.
No, there's no conclusion. My conclusion is that I went on eBay and bought the 4-pack Blu-ray. Just so I can watch the last one yet again for the 50th time.
That's crazy.
Because I have the DVD of it somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I lost it.
That's so weird.
I don't know why it's been erased. It's pretty rare for me to find movies that have just been erased. Like, I think the last one was, what was it? That one with Kirsten Dunst. Let me figure it out. But yeah, it pissed me off. And I can't find an answer, and I feel like I've been left on a cliffhanger. You know?
That's really bizarre. Like, the movies that I can't find on there are, like, really... Obscure, and it's like, yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. But, like, that's bizarre.
It's a big movie.
That's a big movie.
And it just had its 10th anniversary, so I'm sure plenty of people went and were looking for it, right?
So weird.
Anyway, I feel...
That's so weird. I feel like I need to confirm
Drop Dead Gorgeous. I was trying to find Drop
truth.
Dead Gorgeous on a streaming service, and it just doesn't exist in Australia anymore.
Well, that movie means nothing to me, so...
I figured. But yeah, so that was really the worst part of my week, was not being able to finish.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it sucked. Did you see today that Demi Lovato tried to start a feud with a frozen yogurt shop?
That's hilarious. No, I did not see that. Please explain further.
Well, she was trending on Twitter. I assumed it was for her new album.
Yeah.
But I clicked on it. Which, side note, the new album is very good.
It is. I finally listened to it.
And I see this. What's your favorite internet beef right now? Mine is Demi Lovato forgetting diabetics exist and fighting a frozen yogurt business in public for having sugar-free food. She posted on her stories multiple times. Her first one basically said,
no.
Finding it extremely hard to order froyo from @TheBigChillOfficial when you have to walk past tons of sugar-free cookies / other diet foods before you get to the counter. Do better, please. #diet culture vultures. There's more. And then she's like, yeah, so I think I have to make that hashtag a thing. I will be calling harmful messaging from brands or companies that perpetuate that, that enables eating disorders. Completely forgetting that diabetics exist, and that's mostly what sugar-free is for.
Yeah.
And then she got she got a message from this froyo shop,
right, saying,
we are not diet vultures. We cater to all of our customers' needs for the past 36 years. We are sorry if you found this offensive. And she doubled down and goes, not just that, your service was terrible, so rude. The whole experience was triggering and awful. You can carry things for other people while also caring for another percentage of your customers who struggle daily just to even step foot in your store. You can find a way to provide an inviting environment for all people with different needs, including eating disorders, one of the deadliest mental illnesses. Don't make excuses, just do better. And while her intentions are good,
her heart is definitely in the right place.
She should have listened to the feedback.
It's really true.
A good piece of advice for celebrities is don't double down.
That's accurate.
Just don't double down. And people are going off at her about the mental health stuff too, because they're like, a shop having sugar-free food is not, by definition, a trigger.
I mean, I guess not. Although if it is for her, then you can't, like... I don't know. I think her heart is in the right place, but it, like, really shows that she has got one thing on her mind, like, one issue.
Yes.
That she's, like, advocating for and is, like, forgetting that there are actually a variety of issues out there, like... Eating disorders are not a bigger issue than diabetes. They're like equal, and she is just gone on one because there's only one of those that pertains to her. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So it's not inherently like a bad thing.
No, but it's a privilege thing.
But it is. It's It's a tunnel vision thing.
It's a tunnel vision thing for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. People definitely did not love that.
That's really fair.
I found it mostly funny.
Yeah. Well...
funny in a it's ridiculous way.
It's true. I feel like that could have been a completely different story if she'd said that and people had been like, oh, that's because of diabetics. And she'd been like, wow.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
That's
like...
What,
yeah.
Yeah. It's like, wow, that was really fucked up of me to not realize that.
Well, not even that. Just not doubled down and done more.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And if she'd stopped there, even if she hadn't apologized, like that's one thing again. But if she'd stopped there and that was the end of the story, it's like, okay, that was weird, but we'll forget about it. But to get that feedback and then keep going, no, this is deadly. It's like, well, let's just broaden our horizon here a little bit. Let's think this through a bit more.
Yeah, I don't know. I will also say though, the flip side of the coin is that people and media jump at any chance they could possibly get to attack Demi Lovato.
That's true.
Truly, most of the time, I don't even understand how they think they're being okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, literally, she'll wear the wrong hair or something and people will jump down her throat. It's ridiculous.
Wild.
But yeah, I found that ridiculous. That
again, I think the thing about her is that her heart is always in the right place. I'm thinking back to, like, I don't know, I feel like recently she said something about the LGBT community.
The alphabet
like a
mafia
cake or something. Yeah,
she said, yeah, she came out as, I think, bisexual, and she said, yeah, I'm proud to be a part of the alphabet mafia, with like LGBTQIA plus is the alphabet mafia. Allegedly, no one in the queer community likes that.
I don't understand the reference. What's it supposed to... Why?
Like, you're part of a club. You're one of the letters in the club. Which, like, a mafia.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think in the past that's not been used in a positive way.
Interesting.
Which I'm all for reclaiming certain words. I just think more than anything, the alphabet mafia is cheesy.
It is a little.
More than anything.
Yeah,
but yeah, people jumped on her throat for that too, and I was like, why?
I hadn't heard about that. Actually, I'm thinking now maybe mine was a trans thing.
Oh.
Gender reveal parties, I think, is what it was. She said that they were really transphobic, and everyone was like, oh my god, you need to go outside more. And it's like, well, actually, her heart is in the right place. She's just used the wrong words.
It's true.
It's not, they're not like, yeah.
I don't know that they're transphobic, but they're...
No.
What's the word? About gender? They perpetuate gender norms that are outdated.
Which I think is inherently her
what
point.
She was trying to say, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like there's a difference even between... I think we've talked about this before. There's a difference between a gender reveal party and a sex reveal party, even as like a... You know, it's like...
Yeah.
There's a difference there because the words mean different things. So what she's saying is not actually wrong.
It's just,
It's just not necessarily being said in the right way, and people are then jumping down her throat. It's like, well, why? I think you should reward her trying. I agree. Don't know, like,
she's not wrong.
Yeah, just like fix up what she's saying wrong. Educate her further.
There's not many celebrities who I think have so many people like waiting on edge to jump at her. Yeah,
that sucks. That's got to be pretty difficult to live with,
especially with someone with well documented mental health issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
yes. Yeah.
I don't know. Internet trolls are the absolute scum of the earth.
I feel like they just like find the weakest person and they're like, okay, this is the person who we're just going to hate.
Like
forever.
Literal demons.
Like literal demons, yeah.
Whack, yeah, tea. Yeah. Anyway, Demi, great new album.
Great new album.
Yeah.
Great new
Diabetics
album.
exist.
It's a friendly reminder.
Just a friendly reminder. It was just so stupid.
It's so stupid. I don't know why I take every topic so seriously. I'm like, okay, let's dive into this. Let's discuss.
Well, that's the point. It's a podcast.
That's true.
But I need to jump back to Scream because I literally just had like a flash.
Had a further epiphany, yeah.
Yeah. Scream 3. Have you seen the Scream movies? You've seen the first one, haven't you?
I know. I think I've seen all of them.
Oh, okay. Well, in the third one, Parker Posey's in it, who's an icon, an actual icon to the queer community. Her line delivery in everything is iconic.
Right.
But there's one specific line in Scream 3 where Courtney Cox, Gail Weathers, punches her.
Iconic.
And she like falls back on the ground and she's like, my lawyer liked that. And it's the most absurd line delivery ever. But it works so well and it's so stupid. And I've literally not stopped thinking about it for like a week. Every time the teeniest little inconvenience happens to me, I'm like, my lawyer liked that. And it's Parker Posey deserves all the awards.
A perfect reference, to be honest. Reference.
Yeah, honestly, T.
For sure.
Wig. And I just had to mention that because it's not going to leave my head otherwise.
It's going to come up at some point, I'm sure, in our relationship, so.
This is very true. Have you seen any of the Alfred Molina Spider-Man 3 stuff?
No.
Okay, so Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man's No Way Home, the third Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, comes out this Christmas.
It does.
And it's rumoured to be about the multiverse.
Yes.
It's rumoured to have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Yes.
No confirmation. In fact, Tom Holland specifically said they're not in it.
Oh.
No one believed him, obviously.
Obviously. No one believes a fucking thing that comes out of his mouth.
Yes. But Alfred Molina was doing an interview the other day for Alfred Molina in Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire one. He played Doc Ock. Dr. Octopus. The forearms.
Wild.
Do you not remember this?
No.
Oh. Well, he played the villain in that. Why a lot of people think Spider-Man 2 is the greatest superhero movie of all time. I'm not one of those people, but there are people.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
I actually don't love the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but...
Me either. I've only seen the series once, and I was like,
Yeah. I've watched it a few times, but... Anyway, he was doing an interview for an Oscar movie.
I can't believe people think that's the greatest superhero movie of all time when The Incredibles exists. How dare they? Firstly.
Honestly, that is true. You're right, and you should say it. No, Alfred Molina was doing an interview for an Oscar movie. I think he's in Promising Young Woman.
Right.
I don't actually remember him in it. But anyway, he was doing an interview for that, for like Oscar buzz and press and shit. And the interviewer was like, hey, I'm just going to put it out there. Are you in the new Spider-Man? And he goes, oh, well, Marvel said while we were filming we're not allowed to talk about it. But yeah, I am. And then she was like, Wig, tell me more.
That's hilarious.
And he goes, gladly. He spoiled so much.
Did he really? Yeah. That's so fucking funny.
He spoiled so much. He was like, yeah, we were filming for ages. It's all this stuff. I'm playing the exact same role that I played in Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire one.
Stop!
Picking up exactly where it ended in Spider-Man 2. Confirming it is a multiverse story in which Tobey Maguire and stuff will be in it because he's from those movies.
That's so fucking funny.
He's like, yeah, he said that, so in Spider-Man 2, his character sacrifices himself at the end and dies, quote unquote dies. He falls into a river. And he was like, yeah, John Watts, the director, came up and he was like, so we really want to pick up exactly where we left off in Spider-Man 2, like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I think their vibe is going to be this is me talking now.
All right, okay.
Their vibe is going to be, you know how in Endgame, Loki, like, grabbed the stone and, like, vanished?
Yeah.
I think they're going to do something similar with villains from all the different movies and have them just before their deaths.
Right, yeah.
Get sucked into the new multiverse, into the MCU.
Interesting.
So yeah, Alfred Molina spills all of these details that he was absolutely not allowed to share.
This is hilarious to me, and I want to propose an alternative, which is he thought it was fucking hilarious to say all of this inside knowing that it's 100% a lie.
Honestly? Oh. True, but he didn't care enough about the movies.
You think?
Yeah, he wasn't invested enough to be able to say all this.
Interesting.
Unless it actually happened.
Fair.
Yeah, he was like, I didn't really want to come back because I'm 20 years older. I don't have the same movements. I don't think I'll be able, because they're going to do. He also said they're going to de-age me with CGI.
Sure.
So it's definitely the same villain if that wasn't already confirmed. But yeah, he was like, I'm not going to have the same mannerisms and stuff. I'm 20 years older. I'm a different person. And they're like, but then I remember back to filming. And all I had to do was stand there and the CGI arms did all the work. So he signed on. And I thought that was iconic.
That is iconic.
Yeah, so Alfred Molina, iconic, fuck Marvel, is basically what he said.
I mean, honestly, either way, if he's telling the truth or if he's lying, I love that energy.
I think he's telling the truth, personally.
I mean,
probably.
I don't know enough about the situation to.
It was just so stupid and funny. And
hilarious.
Actually, Zendaya a few months ago did an interview, and the interviewer like slyly asked, "What was it like working with Alfred Molina?" She's just like, "He's the best.
Well, there you go.
He's incredible." So yeah, between the two, I think it pretty much confirms that he was in the movie in some capacity.
Interesting.
But the other rumored villains are Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin.
Yep, I know that one.
Yeah, and Jamie Foxx's Electro from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
I know that one too. I actually quite liked Andrew Garfield's. I thought they were.
I do too. I thought that they were a bit lighter.
They were a bit what?
Lighter.
Fair.
Than the Toby one.
The second one got kind of dark though when she died.
That was pretty dark, right?
It was real like.
Well, there's more rumors that Emma Stone's going to be in it as well, as Gwen Stacy again.
That's weird.
Which again leads me back to assuming that it's
right before they die.
Yeah, they take the bodies right before they die. And I guess I don't know how the timelines and shit work in Marvel anymore. Because doesn't it just create a copy? Isn't that the point?
Yeah.
And it creates a separate...
Yeah. It's like a branching off, creates a copy, basically. Yeah. Interesting concept. I want to believe that they do that, except then they had Evan Peters in WandaVision, and it meant literally nothing. True. Except for being funny. I mean, so I don't know.
Honestly, if Marvel's
that was really the
pretty...
place to plant that.
It's true. Kevin Feige is pretty insistent that the Disney Plus shows are going to be just as involved in the movie plots as other movies.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a multiverse reason for Evan Peters.
Yeah, that's true, and we just don't know it yet. It's going to be revealed in Spider-Man.
Because I think Spider-Man's meant to introduce the multiverse properly.
Yeah.
With all these villains and shit, and then Doctor Strange 2 next March.
Yeah.
Because there's no movie in between the two.
Yeah. Okay.
So it makes sense that narrative would be connected. But anyway, Doctor Strange 2 that's stars Wanda.
That's right.
And it's literally called In the Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
So I assume that's the one where they're going to dive deep.
Do you ever think that Marvel have gone too far with interconnecting everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally, like last night, I was talking to Dana about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And she was like, wow. It's because they're releasing 5 movies next year.
5 movies next year?
Yeah, it's 4 movies in 6 months now this year. 4 movies in 6 months, plus another 5 shows or whatever.
Oh my God.
And next year it's 5 movies and like 6 shows or something. And it's like, okay, so they're just taking my money and I'm just giving it to them.
It actually is like starting to make me angry. I'm like the issue is that I still really love a few of these characters, but I feel like once I'm through with a couple of them, I'll be like, I'm done.
I think there's a solid chance a lot of people aren't going to warm up to the new characters being introduced.
Yeah.
And probably maybe those new movies might not do as well.
Yeah, I kind of hope so. Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, it's just like too much now. You know, the saturation, like they've reached a point where it's like, okay, we've had enough of this content. Let's like branch out a little.
I do too. And I was very scared of that before the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah.
But now seeing that WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier are pretty different for Marvel.
Yeah.
It gives me a bit of hope.
I don't know, but doesn't it like make you mad that they're just like making all of these movies just for the sake of money, and because they do so well, this like all movie people make now is like spin-offs and sequels. It's like, where's the fucking original content? Like, give me something fresh, you know?
Completely.
It's like, Disney, I hate you.
That's the main reason. The money stuff, I understand. There's always going to be those corporations.
Yeah.
It's the creative side that I don't like. It's the fact that Doctor Strange 2, they had to get a new director because the director of the first one didn't want to do this story.
Oh.
So he left, and they brought in a new director who was willing to do that story.
Wow.
I think DC more so in the past, but I think there is something to be said about these cinematic universes stifling creativity.
Yeah.
And creative control for the directors.
It's true, especially because I think back to like Endgame, for example. Do you remember when the trailer came out right after Captain Marvel and everyone was like, oh my god, why would they change Brie Larson's look so much? Like, why would they give her makeup, all of this? And she's like, well, actually, I chose that because it was the first time I'd ever filmed anything for Marvel, and I had no idea of the context of the scene, blah, blah, blah. It's like, she's literally acting in your movie. Can you please tell her what's going on? Like, it's insane. Yep. That's insane to me.
Yeah, I think they literally said there's only like 3 people who have actually read the real script for Spider-Man.
Script. Yeah. Oh.
The upcoming Spider-Man.
See, again, it's like...
I hate it.
It's oof.
I think that specifically is disrespectful to the actors.
I think it's disrespectful for the actors too. It's like,
and it's like no wonder that these like Chris Evans and stuff want to sign on for a certain amount of movies then ditch.
Oh yeah, for sure. At the beginning, I can imagine, like, when you think back to the early movies, it's like, okay, I can see this just being fun when the stakes weren't so high. Theoretically, there's like quotations around that because the stakes are not fucking high. It's a movie.
Also, Endgame just proves that nothing matters because time travel exists.
Exactly. But like those early movies, I can imagine them being really fun for the production team, for the actors and stuff. Whereas you get to this point now when it's like, I'm not even acting. You know, I don't know what's going on. I'm not playing off somebody else because they're not even in the same fucking room as me. I'm literally reading to a green screen, and that's not. Who would want to do that? Not me, personally.
No, I agree completely.
So, yes.
From an actor's point of view, yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think you're right. It stifles a lot of creativity from the director, from the actors, from other people trying to make movies.
Yeah.
It's oof.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah. I will, like, Marvel, I will say the movies are more cookie cutter.
Yeah.
But, like, formulaic.
Yeah.
But DC, you can tell that the studio has final say.
Yes, this is true.
Whereas, their movies can be pretty bad. But with Marvel, I think the directors... Okay, well, one, none of the directors have ever demanded their own cut of the movie. A Snyder cut. Or an Ayer cut. Because David Ayer is demanding a full cut of Suicide Squad.
Stop.
Yeah.
He directed the movie. It's not like someone else even took over. Is it?
No, that's DC. So Warner Brothers came in and said, you need to change everything, we're doing reshoots.
Oh.
And legally he didn't have any feet to stand on because the DC contracts are a lot wilder.
That's wild.
Whereas the Marvel ones, I think they do have quite a lot of creative say.
But not in the actual story.
Probably not in the actual story, the script side,
Yeah.
Because, like...
I think they've got such, like, a set... Like, this is the trajectory, this is the end. Like, if we think...
Yeah, because everything has to be leading to the same things.
The same thing, yeah.
Completely. And I think Chloe Zhao, who's directed the upcoming Eternals, and who looks to be the front runner for Best Director at the Oscars for Nomadland.
Love that.
She's said multiple times that she loved working for Marvel, that they gave her tons of creative control.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of freeing that they're like, yeah, have all this money and be creative.
It's true, except with the story.
Except with the story.
It's like how you tell this set story, I guess.
And then also...
This makes sense, because when you think of, like, the vibe, especially when I think of, like, the early movies, like the first Thor, the way that was shot is so different to... I know you don't like it, but so different to any of the other films. So it makes sense. Like, Taika Waititi's one, Ragnarok, again, very differently...
Yeah.
Like, a very different vibe from any of the other movies, even if, again, it's all telling the same story.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. The, I need to clarify that I don't even know if I like the actual full movie, like the plot and shit. I just cannot. I'm biased, and I cannot take it seriously with the amount of Dutch angles it uses. Kenneth Branagh does not understand the use of format and tools, creative tools, for telling a story and telling nuance. A Dutch angle in film is meant to represent the character in frame feeling confusion or anguish and not right. He's just like, make everything be on its side. Make everything be on an angle.
He was like, this looks pretty.
This looks pretty. And while I get that, it does not look pretty.
I mean,
Dutch angles fucking suck.
I was kind of vibing with it, I'm not gonna lie.
Ugh, I hate you. I hate you.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Dutch angles are the fucking worst.
He definitely overused them, but...
Completely. It's like J.J. Abrams with his lens flares in Star Trek.
Lens flare, fuck me.
It's the same thing. It's like, well, you're not using it. If you use it too much, it loses any purpose.
That's true.
That's the same in any story, really, I guess.
That's wow. That
Kill off too many main characters in Game of Thrones, they start to lose weight.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, happy 10-year anniversary to Game of Thrones.
We were talking about this last night at the dinner table.
Oh god, that sounds like a fun convo.
It was hilarious, actually. Dad was like... well, Dad brought it up with me earlier, and he was like, they were promoting Game of Thrones. I was like, yeah, it's a 10-year anniversary. Mm-hmm. He was like, oh, wow. He brought it up at dinner and was like, hey, Sam... did you know it's the 10-year anniversary of Game of Thrones? And
were they like, don't mention it around Maddie?
Mum literally was like, why would you say that in front of Madison? And Dad was like, she was the one who told me. And she's like, Mum was like, we don't have time for this.
Iconic!
We can't. We'll talk about it later. Dad was like, I think we should do a rewatch. And I was like, that's a lot, like, considering the bad ending. And Mum was like, do not put any mental effort into this. I was like... Dad's already brought it up. I've been thinking about it for 2 hours since he said it. She was like, I don't want any part of this conversation.
Oh, I love it. I love how aware they are of how you are about it. And I love how self-aware you are about it. That's so fucking funny.
It's so true, yeah. Well, they they found out. Well, I told them, I don't know, they found out that I was doing like my season 8 rewrite. Probably like right before.
The fanfic.
Yeah. Right before I finished it. And so they totally went along like the journey of me rewriting it and me being like, mine is so much better.
Yeah.
So they're totally like, they're across it. They know.
Whack.
They also were there the day that I had a complete meltdown crying. I was like, it's just so bad. And Mum was like, it's not that deep. And Dad was like, I don't know. She's kind of convincing me that it's a bit sad. It's like, yeah.
When you commit that many hours and that many years.
It's true.
And when characters mean a lot to you. But whatever.
Anyway, yeah.
But like, no, yeah, it's true. After that finale, you were in a bit of a deep, dark place for a while.
Oh my god, I really was. It like really triggered me into being like... Yeah, anyway, I don't know
I totally get it though. I've told you before, there was most recently that one book I read that had me depressed like a week. Yeah. Yeah,
that's fair. That was definitely probably the most like upset I've been about an ending ever. For sure.
Yeah. I've only ever seen you get similarly passionate about like Bellark on the 100. But even that, you haven't watched the last 2 seasons.
No, I didn't, because they fucked it out really badly early on.
If we're being really real,
yeah,
they had one good season and it was season 2.
That's accurate.
It immediately went back downhill.
That's so true.
It immediately became problematic with the Ricky Whittle Lincoln character and all that.
That was so fucking bad. Season 4 was not terrible, but
Which one was that?
That was the one where they found out that all of the radiation was like really bad, and they were trying to like shut down
that finale was
or something.
The shit.
That finale was the shit.
That finale was fantastic. The rest of the season wasn't actually that good.
It was fine. Like,
fine.
I think if you're ranking the 1 to 7,
and they did that like
the second
Hunger
best.
Games bit in the middle.
Yeah.
Where they were hunting each other in that city.
No, that was the season after, I think.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, that season finale slapped with Clark up on the thing and then completely getting eviscerated by being fine.
Yeah.
Iconic.
That was crazy when, yeah.
It was like, although I will say the wave of radiation was a bit ridiculous.
This is true. I mean, not the most ridiculous thing on the show.
That's true. That's true.
But pretty ridiculous.
The most ridiculous thing is them going to an alien planet having exact human lookalikes that have rainbow powers.
That was weird. I didn't watch that season.
I started watching that season.
Did you? How's your Riverdale watch going?
I haven't started.
Same.
Yeah. It's on break right now anyway, so I'm not getting the weekly Twitter recaps that I usually get.
Oh, of course.
So I'm just not invested right now.
Fair.
But how's your Buffy watch going? I've got in my notes to ask if you've watched any more Buffy.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I did think about it, but then I didn't.
That's fair. It doesn't bring you joy anymore.
No. But it also is not bringing me joy not having seen the ending. So.
Oh, yeah, because you need closure.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't relate to that.
And also because I'm so, like, if I still had 3 seasons to go, it would probably be, like,
Give up.
a different story. But
Yeah.
because there's 3 episodes, it's like, Madison, what are you doing with your life? How can you not watch 3 episodes? So, yeah.
You're talking to me, who leaves it to the very last episode, then stops, so.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But yours is at least, like, an emotional thing. Mine is just, like, a lazy thing, and that makes no sense.
I think yours might be an emotional thing.
I mean, I think it's a lazy thing, but maybe if I dig down deep, it's actually an emotional thing.
I think there might be some mental reason why you're refusing to watch those last 3.
Maybe there is. I don't know.
You started watching during the pandemic, didn't you?
I did.
Maybe that's why.
It's literally been more than a year since I started watching this show.
Yeah. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's
Maybe.
like your brain's telling you that. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either, because I've read fic, and all of the fic, well, a lot of the fic is set post the ending, so I know how it ends, because all of the fic
How
gives
does it end?
spoilers. Spike dies,
Oh, yeah.
which is really sad. And all of Sunnydale, like, blows up or something. I don't know, because they, like, have to close the hell mouth, and it's like, they do that
Jesus.
by Spike sacrificing himself with some type of amulet, which, by the way, they have not yet found in the, like, where I'm up to 3 episodes before the finale.
Whack.
Yeah. So,
Truly whack.
truly whack.
Wiggy wiggy.
Yeah. I feel like we've been talking for like 2 hours.
No, it's
Where are
almost
we
been
at?
an hour.
Wow.
Okay, I have... What do I have? I have one more thing to talk about.
Yeah.
2 more... Yeah, no, one more thing.
Hmm.
And that's... I need to go back to 911, the TV show.
Yes. Okay. Go.
Because it's basically Disaster Movie, the TV show.
Love that.
I really think you'd stand it.
I do love a disaster movie.
Every season so far that I've watched starts with an epic disaster. Like, honestly, the budget on this show must be pretty big. But it's like a 3-part episode disaster.
Yeah.
So, like, there was an earthquake, there was a tsunami. Like, it's wild.
Love that.
But, like, they do it really fucking well.
Oof.
And I'm shook. Anyway, I think you would adore this show.
Okay.
It's, like, Ryan Murphy's original premise. He's actually not in control, which I think is a good thing because it's an ongoing show. Anyway. The original premise of 911 was we pick problems, we pick disasters, emergencies, we build the plot around it.
Right.
And it makes it fucking dope.
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so fun.
Okay. All right. How many seasons are there?
They're on season 4 now. But the seasons are only like 16 or 17 episodes.
Okay. What do you watch it on?
Disney Plus.
Oh,
Disney Plus Star.
interesting. Okay. All right. I could get into that. That's easy to watch. It's on.
I know you'll like it.
I mean, honestly, I see one disaster. First episode, if there's a disaster, I'll be like, yeah, I'm committed. I mean,
This is fair. I don't...
love a tsunami, love an earthquake.
There is a big
Love a
disaster at the
tornado.
end of the season. Season 1, I think. I think season 1's the first one, the only one where they don't have a massive disaster.
That's fucked up.
Well, budget. Like, they had to be
I
sure.
guess that's true.
And season 1's only 10 episodes. Then maybe they do. I don't know, I'll get back to you about that.
I mean, it's weird to have a disaster movie concept and then not have a disaster.
I'm pretty sure they do, I just...
It's fine.
I'm
I'll watch
lost.
it. I'll commit.
But, no, yeah, season 2 is an earthquake, season 3 is a tsunami.
Okay.
But it slaps.
Is it an anthology type of thing?
No.
So different actors every
No.
season?
No, it's not an anthology.
So it continues on.
Yeah. It's about a group of, I guess, technically friends who are in the civil services. Is that what they call them?
Right. Oh,
Like
okay.
there's a cop. There's Angela Bassett plays a cop. There's most of them are at the fire station because it's fire and paramedics.
Right.
And then there's always one character who's an actual 911 dispatcher.
Oh, okay.
And it's all connected and shit. But it's it's pretty easy to watch.
Interesting.
But I think a lot of the episodes.
So they're not like huge scale disasters.
There is. That's what I'm saying. Most episodes have some type of big-ish disaster, like scale-wise, pretty big.
Love that. But
then every season, I can't remember what the season 1 is, but every season that I've watched 3 seasons, and there's a huge like disaster.
Fuck yes.
Like,
okay, I am in.
Bitch, you're gonna stand the earthquake and tsunami. The tsunami, I was literally for the first time in a long time, I was
scared of tsunamis.
Well, yeah, I'm always scared of tsunamis.
Really?
Yes. Oh my god. I got me Googling volcanoes in Australia.
There aren't any, so don't worry.
I don't believe me. But no, there's they like the tsunami episodes particularly were done so well production wise.
Really?
Yeah, like
I'm excited.
Shooky.
I'm very excited.
Shooky wookie. In my ducky wookie. But
I also am not really sure like tsunamis are, I mean, I guess technically they could be a thing in Australia, but they're not so much of a risk here.
They are because of the New Zealand earthquakes.
Yeah, but usually they're like, it's so far away that
it's a teeny little splash.
Yeah.
Norfolk
Island is a different story, but
apparently it's like not impossible for tsunamis in California. Like it's set in LA.
Oh yeah.
It's been 50 years, but there was a tsunami in California.
Interesting. This kind of makes sense because I know there are a lot of tsunamis up, like in Washington.
Yeah, well, they're on the San Andreas Fault.
Yeah, see, so.
But in the show, I don't know the accuracy of the seismic activity and shit, but it was an earthquake in, I think, Alaska that caused the California one.
Yeah.
In the show.
It kind of makes ish sense, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't really know, like, directionally, if that makes sense, but.
Yeah, like in the earthquake episode, an entire building, like, falls to the side. It's, like, on an angle. And they'll, like, climb it and shit. Have fun.
I'm keen for this. I'm going to go start it tonight.
I really think you're going to love it.
Maybe. I might not start it tonight. I might be too tired.
I really
might have
do.
to finish Buffy.
And because it's a broadcast TV show.
Yeah.
Because it's a broadcast TV show.
Yeah.
The episodes aren't longer than 42 minutes.
Love that. Love consistency.
Because what was I watching? I was watching something on like Netflix or something. It was Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
The last episode was full 60 minutes.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't know. I miss the days of 40 to 50 minutes.
Was it 60 minutes? That's interesting. Although I will say that these episode lengths have been way more consistent than the WandaVision ones.
Yeah, I've been loving the consistency.
Yeah.
I also, we did talk about the episode.
The length. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just complaining because I'm impatient. But no, I've been liking, I think they've been paced quite well.
I agree.
The episodes, so I'm fine with it being long.
I agree.
But that last episode was quite good, I thought.
It was very different.
It was pretty different.
But good.
I think it
was kind of really nice.
It was. And it just kind of explored the topics a bit deeper.
It explored a topic a bit deeper. I think.
Yeah. Well, I just mean that they've been like.
Yeah.
So far touching on a topic and then fight scene.
Yes, this is true.
Whereas this one, there wasn't so much action.
That's true. No, there was hardly any actually. Yeah.
But that actually that opening fight between Bucky, Sam, and John Walker was really good.
It was very good. Although I'm not gonna lie. It really irritates me when there's no consistency in how good a person can fight. Like, if we're thinking on, like, Bucky, for example, if we think back to, like, the Winter Soldier and Civil War, like...
He was a beast.
He was, and, like, when he's, like, fighting Steve or whatever, Steve was, like, hard-pressed to win or maintain the fight, and you're like... Okay, hold on a second. So now Bucky can't even win against some white-bread John Walker who's been fighting for 3 years? Like...
And
it
has
pisses me
fresh
off.
to the super soldier serum.
Yeah, exactly. It annoys me, those types of inconsistencies, because it's like, is this character good at fighting or not? How am I supposed to know if it's different every fucking movie?
This is fair.
That probably is just more a reflection of how much I love Bucky rather than an actual issue.
This is fair. I kind of wish that they gave Sam the super soldier serum just because it stresses me out having him in such big fight scenes and not being protected.
It's really true, especially after his wings are ripped.
Yeah.
That was a bit wild.
So, like, the general consensus seems to be Sam's the new Captain America, and Torres, what is his name, Torres? Is the new Falcon.
Oh, interesting.
He's got to keep the wings.
Yeah, he did. Okay, I'm down for that.
Also, what was in the box at the end? Do you think that was another Red Wing?
What?
Remember Bucky said,
oh, yeah.
I got you a present from the Wakandans.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's a Red Wing.
That makes sense. I was thinking during the episode that it was like wings, but that makes more sense.
Mm. Or maybe it's like a new suit. A new Captain America suit.
Oh.
That would be so cute.
That would be so cute.
That does protect him, and then I don't have to be so stressed.
Fair. Very fair.
Wig.
Very fair.
Okay, let's quickly... It's been an hour, so let's quickly do an office quiz.
Fuck yes.
And then we'll get some din-dins because our poor little tummies, we're starving. Cute. Okay. We are doing BuzzFeed's Which Character from The Office Are You? Because we promised to do it like 3 weeks ago.
We did.
Does it say who it's by? This one's by Anita Badeo.
Queen.
Have you got it up?
Yep.
Pick a type of paper. Probably should have read this before I picked it. There's too many here to read them out. But
I'm reading them out. Cardstock, printer paper, newspaper, wrapping paper, glossy paper, papyrus, sandpaper, paper bag, rolling paper.
You could be a wrap paper. You could rap about paper is what I'm trying to say. Because that was good.
I had a flow going. Okay, what do you pick?
I'm kind of sad that there's no baking paper. Because I would pick that.
Fair.
I would pick... What would you pick?
Papyrus, I reckon.
That's kind of cute and fun. I would pick a paper bag.
Okay.
Are we doing each other's?
Yeah, I put down paper bag for you.
Okay, so I do a papyrus. Papyrus. Pick a home. What have we got here? We've got like a medium-sized mansion, I'd say.
Yeah.
We have a jet. We have a jet flying through outer space, it looks like. We have a terrace house in like a city, New York City, whatever it is. We have a skyscraper apartment building. We have like a cookie cutter, rich, upper middle class American home.
I feel like that's like a cottage type situation.
Cottage vibes.
Yeah.
There's like a weird pink and blue house that's like odd and quirky. There's a lighthouse.
Ooh.
There's a farm.
That's kind of run down.
And I think that the last one's...
I feel like that's like cookie cutter, one story.
Suburby home.
Yeah.
Kind of like the one in the first Incredibles movie.
Literally exactly like that.
Yeah. This is the
Okay, well,
Incredibles
I
episode.
really want the jet. I'm not going to lie. Or the lighthouse.
Oh, I want the terrace house in the city.
Terrace house in the
Top
city.
right.
Yeah.
What do you want? Uh-oh.
The lighthouse is a vibe, except I don't vibe with how everything rusts when you live near salt water, so I'm going with the jet. How will you probably die?
Wig.
Stop. Alcohol poisoning in your sleep, exhaustion, autoerotic asphyxiation. Okay, can you please look that up?
Do you know what it is?
No.
Bitch. Autoerotic asphyxiation
Yeah.
is like getting choked during sex
Oof.
to heighten the climax and
Okay,
stuff.
interesting.
Heightened
See,
sexual pleasure.
I've done that before, but I didn't know that's what it was called.
Okay. We're gonna pretend your mum doesn't listen to this ever.
Okay, the middle
But
one is...
wait.
Oh.
It reminds... What's that movie? There's one movie with one of the dudes from It Chapter 2 in it. I can't remember what it's called. But there's an autoerotic asphyxiation. He ties a tie around his neck. And jerks off. And there's actually a pretty high rate of people who accidentally kill themselves
Oh my god.
by attempting to do autoerotic asphyxiation by themselves.
Oh, by themselves? Wow.
Like to jerk off. And then accidentally kill themselves because it gets too tight. And then once it's too tight, they struggle. And once they struggle, it gets tighter. That kind of thing. That's fun, hey. Fun fact.
That was a lot.
So
to
fun.
Take in. You'll never die. Drug overdose, car accident, sugar overdose alone. That's a lot.
I mean, I want to...
Mine is definitely either autoerotic asphyxiation or alone. Like, those are the only two options.
Yeah, mine's exhaustion or autoerotic asphyxiation. I can't say it properly, just because it's fun, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Let's both do autoerotic asphyxiation.
Okay, I love that for us. Pick one thing for your freezer. You read them out.
We have frozen meat. We have frozen ice cream. We have frozen ice cubes. We have frozen cookie dough. We have frozen money. What? Oh, because people sometimes keep it in the fridge.
I do. Well, sorry, I didn't say that for the whole world to hear.
Exposed yourself.
Yeah.
Expose. Frozen banana. Frozen mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, maybe.
Like just leftovers frozen and a lean cuisine frozen. I would probably pick... Ooh, I would pick ice. Although I stand some frozen grapes. But that specific image is bananas, so I don't think it's frozen fruit in general. I'm saying ice because how could I have my ice long blacks without it?
I mean...
What do you mean? Tell me what you mean.
Honestly, I feel like lean cuisine.
Really? Wait, okay. I'm not judging you at all.
Mostly just because I don't like to go to any effort when I'm by myself, so that is exactly the type of thing that I would do.
This is fair.
/ have done in the past. What got you in trouble during high school? Not participating enough, talking, pulling pranks, eating in class, absence, bullying, skipping gym, arguing with teachers. You didn't get in trouble.
How many can I pick? I'm kidding. I got in trouble for talking all the time.
Did you really?
Bitch. Specifically, one of my maths class, Mrs. Roberts, I'm sorry for, like, terrorizing you with my talking. But I'd always, whoever I sat next to, I would just talk and talk and talk.
That's so
because
funny.
The teacher was, like, she was the best. She was, like, kind of pretty lax and fun. But whatever friend I was sitting next to, we would talk and laugh nonstop the entire time. Oof. And because she liked me so much, it was always the other kid who got in trouble.
Oh, no!
So I'd constantly have a new kid next to me, but I'd never be the one getting in trouble.
Stop.
They'd be like, okay, Jordan, you need to move. You're talking too much.
There's no common denominator there.
There's no common denominator between having Nick sit next to 10 different people a month. But yeah, it was so talking funny. For sure.
Mine is probably either skipping gym or I didn't get in trouble. I was pretty...
Which one? Did you ever get in trouble?
Not really.
So no. Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably go with that one. What did you say, talking?
Yeah.
I think I've been in detention one time in my entire life.
I've never been in detention.
Oh my god.
What did you get into detention for?
I was like in year 2. And you know how I have like a... Yeah, I know. You know how I have a terrible memory?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a terrible memory.
I don't remember you saying that.
Well, and it's like the stupidest thing. One of the bubblers it was like a bay of bubblers. You know, they got one after the other. Yeah. Anyway, and the end one was broken. So when you turned it on, it was like a gigantic spurt of water. And people did it so often and the arc was so big that it would like hit the person at the end bubbler in the back of the head.
Oh my god, iconic.
And we got banned from using that one because people did it because they thought it was funny to get other people wet.
I mean, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You forgot?
And I forgot. And I went to use it, got everyone wet, and they were like, oh my god, Madison, you're in detention. I was like, I forgot. I didn't remember it did that.
That's also a crazily minute thing to get detention for.
Yeah, it's true.
Why would they give you detention for that?
Well, because they said anyone who does it's going to get detention, and then I did it.
Oh, I would have been shitting my pants.
I was thirsty, and it was the one that was free, so I went to it.
Did you shit your pants? Like, metaphorically, out of fear?
A little.
I was terrified of being seen as naughty.
Interesting. See, I'm the type of person who is like definitely throws other people under the bus. I mean, not that I could do it in that situation, but I'm 100%. I'm like any defense, like real defense that I have, I will say. And so I 100% was really upset and was like, but I forgot. And they were like, that's not a good enough excuse.
Yeah, I was the same. I would fight for my... I'd turn into a lawyer. I'd turn into Kim Kardashian and be like, laying out the evidence of why I'm innocent.
Okay, firstly, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
How can you expect
Firstly, I'm an idiot. Secondly, you're an idiot.
Yeah. Why would you get detention for that? Yeah. Anyway.
Pick a condiment. We've got mayo. We've got mustard. We've got peach and mango chutney. We have balsamic vinegar. We have apple cider vinegar, wasabi sauce, soy sauce, olive oil, and duck sauce.
I think so, yeah.
I want olive oil. Can't live without it.
Honestly, the thing I probably use the most is mayo.
Yep.
What do you got? Olive oil.
Yeah, olive oil. Can't live without it.
Pick a career. Wow. Stop.
Can you talk towards the microphone, bitch?
Oh, sorry. Stop. Okay, pick a career. Graphic designer, professor, writer, TV personality, bartender, actor, Bitcoin developer,
What?
CEO, sports agent. Can we just assume that no matter what one you pick, you're like super
What? Oh no.
successful?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I forgot the word. Yeah, so like anything you pick, like you do really well, you make good money, whatever. Because that totally would change my answer.
You'd pick writer.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I would pick. I mean, I want to be like behind the camera, but there's only TV personality or actor. Wild. So maybe, should I go TV personality or should I go writer? Writing's probably closer to what my vibe is, right?
Yeah, that probably is, yeah.
Okay, pick a desk. I don't really. There's a normal desk. There's a messy desk.
With toys.
There's a right-wing American desk.
It's got a giant flag.
There is an early 2000s Lizzie McGuire type desk. There is an old-school typewriter desk. There is a clean desk with a Mac. There's a desk with a cat on it. I don't actually think that is a desk. I think that's just a fucking table.
I agree.
There is... I think that's an airplane. It's like a very squishy office, but like fancy.
Yeah, it's like in a lounge room.
And there's a desk covered in alcohol.
Iconic.
Which seems presumptive.
It really does.
Mine would be the early 2000s.
Iconic. Mine's the one with the Mac.
Yeah. Cute. What are you worst at dealing with? Conformity, criticism, rules, stupidity, rejection, noise, rudeness, insecurity, or defeat?
Interesting.
Worst at dealing with. Okay, that's...
Wait. Do they mean like... I see there's different things going on here because like criticism, for example, that's obviously criticism against you. But like stupidity, are you worse like if other people are stupid? There's like different things going on here, different vibes.
Ooh, I'm not good at dealing with stupid people.
Me either.
I have a hard time hiding my facials, you know?
Yeah. My one is when people are mopey. You know, when people are like, "Oh my god, woe was me," and then like when you give advice, they're like, "No, I just want to," like, not just people who want to complain in the moment, but people who like are consistently like, "No, I'm actively just basically staying the same and making life worse."
Which one's that?
That's what I'm asking. Which one do you think that is?
Oh. That one would be...
I feel like it's kind of...
Or conformity, maybe.
I was going to say defeat. I feel like it's kind of like defeat.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't think it's defeat.
Okay.
I would say, yeah, maybe... Or even rudeness, because it'd be rude of them, wouldn't it?
To me. It's rude to me.
It's rude to you, yeah.
Okay, now let's go with stupidity then.
Yeah. You're up.
Pick a party theme. Beads. I guess it's like necklace making.
Unless it's an anal bead party.
Wow, sexy.
Which fun.
I think that's a dress-up party.
Yeah, costume.
Yeah, tea party.
Cute.
Cupcake party. Sports party.
Super Bowl party.
Super Bowl party. A casino. I don't know.
Oh, they're cards. Yeah, okay. I see.
A horse riding party.
Like a fucking medieval festival? What are they called?
Yeah. I don't know.
The fairs. The something fairs. Oh, I can't remember.
Fair. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
A party where you eat corn cobs.
And seafood.
Oh, weird.
I don't know, maybe just a banquet.
A bibbity bobbity burlesque.
Okay.
A painting party. Well, I don't understand these themes.
Me neither. And why doesn't one of them just say it is your birthday?
Literally. Mine's probably a tea party.
Pick a party theme. I mean, going to a medieval festival is not really a theme, is it?
It's really not. Or unless you have the horse.
Yeah, mine's a
your
costume
house.
party. I used to have Halloween parties that were banging.
Truth.
Did we get the same one?
I don't know. Who did you get?
For you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're Jim Halpert.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Do you want me to read it out?
Please do.
You enjoy joking around and pushing people's buttons, but that doesn't mean that you're not serious about your goals. Though you tend to want to escape your problems, you always end up pushing through and are happier for it in the end.
Okay, all of that was true except for the bit about playing pranks on people. I don't do that.
That last bit was really good.
It's true. It was very good. It was very accurate.
Also, John Krasinski. Ugh,
Stop.
fuck me up.
Especially when he got those muscles.
Ugh. That first season of Jack Ryan with his shower butt. Ugh.
Stop. When he was always
11
wearing
out of
like
10.
tight shirts.
Can only get so hard.
Accurate.
If I'm Dwight, I'm gonna kill myself.
You're not.
Okay, good.
You're Toby Flenderson.
Toby Flenderson. Okay. Rate it out. I don't hate this.
You have weighty ambitions and passions, but often feel as if you're underestimated. Your reserved nature makes it harder for you to connect with others, but you know the right person will eventually understand you. Again, not sure about the first half. Second half, feel like that's fairly...
Yeah, but I don't feel like people don't understand me.
No, it makes it hard for you to connect with others.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, probably. That's actually really true. But, like, he's a little bitch when it comes to stupid people and stuff. Like, he just takes it from Michael. Right?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I would be like, you need to shut the fuck up.
That's accurate, you would.
Literally.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more of an Oscar or an Angela.
Oh my god, you are 100% an Oscar.
Honestly, even a Phyllis.
Maybe a Phyllis. Nah, Oscar.
I'm an Oscar.
You're an Oscar.
Yeah.
You're definitely an Oscar.
Oscar the Grouch.
Interesting. So I feel like this was only like 50% accurate.
I think yours is pretty accurate. I don't know. There's surely a... Stop telling me I'm Toby. The first comment. Stop telling me I'm Toby. I've taken this 5 times and every time I've gotten Toby. Fuck you.
That's hilarious.
That's a very not Toby response. Right?
Yeah.
Wig. Okay, that was stupid.
Why was sprinkles not an option for the freezer question? Who the fuck's put their sprinkles in the freezer? Is that a thing?
Sprinkles and... No.
Okay, well, Batman 111703, you're wrong. Why would you say that?
What if I found another quiz that really quick? 4 options a question.
Okay.
I'm texting it to you right now because I
Okay.
think it's stupid. And I love it. So this quiz is called...
Plan your dream vacation and we'll accurately guess which Taylor Swift song makes you cry. Okay.
Okay, so first one. What activity are you most looking forward to on vacation? We've got swimming in the tropics, we've got wine tasting with a view, we have taking a nature hike, or exploring a new city. What would you be? I would be wine tasting with a view or city. Exploring a city.
Yeah, I'm going to go wine tasting. Even though I don't like wine, mine's just sitting and looking at a view. So
Mine's exploring a new city.
okay, exploring. I'm doing this for you, right?
Yep.
Yep, cool. What kind of food will you be eating? Exotic cuisine, cozy campfire food, unique local bites, or the sweets?
Local bites.
Yeah, same.
What items are you crossing off your bucket list? Bungee jumping, luxurious spa day, learning to surf, or swimming with dolphins?
Why is a luxurious spa day
Yeah, I don't know, but
on
I'm
someone's
picking
bucket
it.
list? I
would not be able to do... I'd probably be able to bungee jump.
I'm going to go bungee jumping, actually, because that's probably the only one of those that I haven't done and would actually do.
Okay, braggy, braggy, braggy.
What did you pick? Sorry, spa day.
I mean, yeah, if we're being honest.
I've got a hilarious story to tell you about
God.
a spa day I did overseas once.
Oh, God.
It's too long to tell right now, though, so
Okay.
maybe next week.
That's fine. Put it in the notes.
Yeah. Oh, how are you getting there? Road trip, first class flight, cross country train, yacht.
Train. That sounds fun.
Interesting.
Actually, no, first class flight.
Yeah, same.
How are you copping off? How are you capping off your grand adventure? Brunch on the balcony, a night out on the town, luxury shopping spree, or sleeping in?
Dang.
I would say sleeping in or shopping spree, but I would not sleep in. I would shop spree.
I think I would probably sleep in. I like shopping overseas, but I always pack my bag too much on the way over, so I can never fit anything in.
This is
like,
fair,
shop
but
on the
I
way
always
back.
get like FOMO, and I'm terrified that I haven't bought enough like souvenirs.
That's hilarious. No, okay, mine's sleeping in.
Yeah. Okay.
What's yours? Shopping spree.
Yeah.
Where are you staying? Beach, mountain, city, countryside?
Ooh. Mine would be mountains or city. I'm gonna go city for me.
Interesting. Mine is probably mountains, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to go first again?
Yeah, okay. You got Love Story, Taylor's version.
Stop! So did you!
What if every answer is just Love Story, Taylor's version? Okay. You're a hopeless romantic who tends to see the good in people. You light up every room you're in and stick to what you believe is right. You're bubbly, driven, and optimistic. You fight for what you want. No.
Yeah, no.
I just wanted to know what song made me cry, not about me.
I know, right? I was like, I don't think this is right.
I also don't see the good in people. I tend to be a bit of a dick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe that's true. I do, though. You light up every room you're in. Obviously, that's me. You stick to what you believe is right. You stick to what you believe is right. I don't know about that. I have some questionable morals.
I do. Not. Well, even if you think they're questionable, you think they're right. We fight for what's right, don't we?
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes we go to like a march or something. You're bubbly, driven, and optimistic. Yeah, I guess that's probably true. You fight for what you want.
No.
Yeah, I'll take that or leave. I don't have enough conviction for that.
Oof.
Okay, wow. I love it when we're honest about ourselves.
Yeah. We're like, this bud quiz. There's buzz squeeze.
BuzzFeed.
Fuck. BuzzFeed quiz is trying to tell me I'm a good person.
Right? Fuck that.
Fuck that.
We know the truth about ourselves. We know we're going to hell.
Tea. Cute. So, I guess we must do what the fuck is actually happening.
What the fuck is actually happening?
What the fuck of the weeky?
Okay.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna stick to a theme. Last week I did a drag race one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna do another drag race one.
Wow. Okay.
Drag race. Okay. So my what the fuck of the week is the expectation of people that queens going into drag race need to know how to sew entire garments.
Oof.
This is not what is it? Project Runway. This isn't a show about having to build a garment.
It's true.
This is a show about like having talent and like performing.
It's true.
No, you don't go to a drag queen show to watch the drag queen sew.
Accurate. And you're not going to know whether or not they made it themselves.
Exactly. And, like, I'm watching one of the earlier seasons now. I think season 2 I'm watching. And, like, back then, it was perfectly fine to have a hot glued together dress. Or a hot glued together whatever.
Interesting.
And, like, still win. But now it's expected that you have an entire arsenal of sewing knowledge.
Yeah.
And if you go in and don't know it, they're like, oh, there's always one queen who doesn't know how to sew.
Yeah. Yes.
And even the fans are like, how do you go on Drag Race and not know how to sew? And I'm like... Yes, well, I understand having, like, a basic knowledge of a machine might be good.
Yeah.
Knowing how to sew, like, make a pattern.
Yeah.
Make form-fitting.
It's true.
All of this is very unreasonable.
It's actually extremely difficult. Like, it's not just, like, a small bit of knowledge. Like, that's a lot of practice and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess I can understand at this point, like, they expect queens to have... a really high level of ability if they want to be winners, I guess. But it is actually very unreasonable to expect people to have such a wide variety of talents and to excel in each and every one of them. Yeah. Like, that's not like a real life thing.
No, not at all.
It's really, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like another thing that they have to sacrifice time and money for. Yeah. They're already, like, going into this show where they might make zero money.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. I guess my point is you're expecting far too much of these queens.
Yes. Yeah. Fair.
The fans.
Yes.
Also probably RuPaul.
Did I ever tell you, there's only one time I tried to make Mum watch it. And
yeah.
I think it was All Stars, maybe. I don't know. First episode in, and I think it was Adore. And the judges ripped Adore apart for not cinching, blah, blah, blah. And Mum was like, I'm really upset. She should be allowed to do what she wants. Why does she have to do the exact same thing as every other queen? Anyway, she never watched another episode. She was like, I hate them. I don't agree with the judges. She's like, she needs her own creativity. Why are they trying to make her the same as everyone else? I was like, no, Mum, the show's actually really good. She was like, no, she cried. I'm sad. Well, yes, that's true.
It's not incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. That's every competition reality show, though.
That's true.
Always
That's
feel
true.
bad for the person who does the worst that week.
I mean, same.
Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of, you should watch The Circle.
I should.
Yeah.
You're right.
And that's that on that. Maddie, what is your what the fuck of the week?
Okay, it's your shirt.
You don't like it?
No, it's not that I don't like it. I actually really like it. It's just, like, really wild to be walking around with a meme on your person for the whole world to see.
I wouldn't normally. I was wearing it this week for the pod.
Right.
Because last week we were talking about DW being an icon.
Fair. I love that rollover.
And then I was expecting to have a day at home today.
Fair.
And then
you didn't.
My friend Meredith came home and was like, Nick, I'm about to have a meltdown. I need to go for coffee. I was like, okay, I guess I'll go out in these crinkly pants and this
I love
shirt.
those pants. I love those pants. Oh my god, can I have another what the fuck? Your pants just reminded me.
Yeah.
So this week, Saturday.
Just for context, they're like corduroy-ish.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Mackenzie went out to a party on Saturday night.
I recall.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And he comes out of his room and he's like, Addison, do you like what I'm wearing? And
you hated it?
Literally, well, it clashed a little, but he was wearing all brown. So he was like, I've got, look at this, shirt, belt, pants, socks, shoes, all brown, different shades of brown. And I was like, oh, what are you doing? And he was like, I just think it's really funny. I was like, okay.
That's ironic. That's
a
hipster.
vibe.
I mean, if it's ironic, it makes it hipster, right?
I guess. I don't know. He was fucking loving himself sick. He was like, I just think this is hilarious. I had to go to a lot of... Anyway, I later found out he fucking raided Dad's closet to get the pants and the shoes. Not even his own. So he was like on a mission to wear all brown.
That's okay.
I love that. Like that dedication and that vibe.
That's conviction that I'll never have.
Mood, for sure.
And confidence, TBH.
100%. Yesterday, I planned the outfit I was going to wear. I was over, like, during the night, I was like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to wear a white skirt. I want my thigh-high boots. It was in my head. I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to wear. I got up, I looked at my boots, and I was like, that's too much effort to put on. Didn't wear them, even though I'd been thinking about it for 12 fucking hours.
Iconic.
So, yeah, Mackenzie, I don't relate. Love you.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
I feel that, though.
Yeah.
I'm a fashion coward. There's an SNL sketch with Emma Stone.
Yeah.
It's literally called like Fashion Coward.
Yeah.
I'm like terrified of people's judgment.
Mood.
However, I've got to say, you look stunting today.
Thanks, baby. These are new. Got them yesterday.
I know.
Oh, that's right. We already had that conversation.
Is the shirt new? No.
No. Not new.
Well, I like it.
But thanks, baby.
A lot.
I've actually been trying to like go for a bit more style-esque with my clothes recently.
Look at you go.
I know.
Your nails do kind of scare me though.
They're really green.
They're a bit shorter than the last ones, aren't they?
They are. They are a bit short.
So I like that. And actually, I do like the color. I'm just personally, I'd be terrified that someone's gonna take a photo of me with these nails and green screen random shit on them. Are you gonna go green screen random shit on them?
Think about that before, but yes, now I am. I could have like.
You could have all of Kit Harington's abs.
10 fingers, 10 abs.
Yeah. An ab on each. It might look a little creepy.
Or would it? All right, okay.
Cute.
My socials.
Wow, okay, jump ahead of me.
I know, can you believe?
Go on.
30 episodes and I'm finally caught up.
Happy Dirty 30.
Happy Dirty 30.
What are your socials?
Lady Alice 101, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Yes.
What are yours? What are the pods?
Well, the pods are WTFIH podcast on Instagram and Twitter.
Yep.
Actually, the Instagram's fun. We've been posting
we have.
all of the intros.
By we, I mean you.
Defined us from kids' shows.
Yep.
It was fun.
It was. I very much enjoyed that. Mum at dinner was last night was like, so who's Anna Anaconda? I was like, firstly, her name is Angela.
Iconic.
Yeah.
That bitch is scary.
Right?
And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's NIC_sushi.
Iconic.
Or if you want to find me somewhere, I'll be sitting down watching Clash of the Titans.
Maybe we've got to start that tonight. We've got so much to do tonight. Bling Empire, Class
You're
of the
gonna be
Titans,
asleep in
gigantic people
45
porn.
minutes.
It is a bit late.
I think we just need to eat,
7:56.
watch Bling Empire,
People porn.
and then I'll send you off on your merry way.
That's what we always do.
Because you knowing me, I will happily stay awake till like 3 a.m. watching shit.
No. Can't relate.
True. Also, last minute elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Is the video crooked? I don't know.
I think
Oh
it
my
might
god,
be.
did I go on a 10-minute rant about Dutch angles? And this whole time we've been on a Dutch angle on the video version?
Stop!
Oh no.
That's hilarious.
If that's the case, I apologize, Kenneth Branagh.
You should, obviously.
Anyway.
Oh my god. Wow. That just really tops off a
Oh,
great
wait.
Dirty 30.
What are we calling our episode?
I said something bad at the beginning that I was
did
like,
you? Okay, I'll listen back. It's fine. We don't have to pick one now.
okay, cool.
I love you.
I love you too.
Cute. Okay.
Happy
well,
30th.
Happy 30th. Wow, we're old. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, you'll see me.
And we'll see the listeners next week.
We will see them next week. We will see each other in 5 minutes when we reconvene for Bling Empire.
This is true. This is true. Also, yay for being back in person.
I love you.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye. And scene.
And scene.
Get the fuck out of my face, Nicholas.